I'm Michael Orr. I'm one of the co-owners of George S. Orr & Sons, an orchard company that we package apples under the Mountaineer brand. Today I want to take you through a tour through the life of an orchard and through the yearly process of producing apples. This is a one-year-old tree, and this is a very important stage in the growth of an apple orchard. This tree has 8 or 10 limbs on it, and we're going to select 3 or 4 limbs on this tree to show you which limbs we need to start the scaffold for the life of this tree, and go through a little bit bigger tree, maybe 4-year-old tree, up to a full-size 15-year-old tree. The tree trainers will come in and they'll decide some of these limbs are too low to get machinery underneath of. When this limb grows out, it's going to be way too low for the machinery to pass under, so they're going to cut off some of the prettiest limbs on the tree. Try to get the bottom scaffolding limbs up a little higher. Then after you cut those bottom limbs, the limbs that are too low off, you go in, you thin the other limbs out to where you have 3 to 4 limbs coming off the tree at the right angles. And that's really all a tree trainer will do the first year. This is a 4-year-old tree, the same variety we just looked at when we pruned the 1-year-old tree. And it has the 3 main scaffolds coming off of the main center leader. This year they'll come through the pruner's wheel and they'll cut off some of these limbs that go straight up through the tree, so that to let the light level pass down through the tree, to hit the limbs evenly, to grow fruit, and it'll also let the fruit grow a better color, a better size. This tree should produce 4 bushels of high quality fruit this year. These trees are 15-year-old trees. They're at their maximum production stage right now. They'll be very productive for about 10 more years. They'll grow 15 bushels per tree, maybe 800 bushels per acre of top quality apples. Apples, maybe the size of the apples might be somewhere between 180 to a bushel. And they need to be cross-pollinated by other varieties. This Empire variety would need to be cross-pollinated by the Cortland that's next to it, or a Golden Delicious variety that may be next to it on the other side of the block. 5 years ago, this soil was plowed under. You notice it's a churty type soil, which means it has little rocks within the soil strata. It keeps it from getting compacted with the machinery running over it. It makes excellent orchard soil. The roots can grow within the soil. This whole ridge that runs through the Shenandoah Valley has this type of soil on top of the ridges, and that's the main reason the orchards are on the ridges in this area. In 1967, my dad bought this original farm back here. It was 127 acres. And since then, we've added farms as they've come available. Neighbor farmers and growers retiring, and we've purchased their farms. And now at this point, we're at 850 contiguous acres here, which grows about 500,000 bushels of fruit. In the spring, about the time we finish pruning trees and grinding clippings in the orchard, we start monitoring for pests of the apples. The traps are used to attract the pests of the apples and the apple trees, and you monitor the thresholds of these insects and their progression through the season. And you're also at the same time doing tree counts of beneficial insects that actually eat these pests of the apple tree. At George Orr & Sons, we harvest apples in these bulk bins. The pickers will pick each apple individually in a padded bag like this one you have here, and they place the apples in the bag. They go to the bulk bin, which is strategically placed within the orchard. They just dump the apples gradually, smoothly in the bulk bin to keep from bruising them. After it was picked, was lot stamped with a card, we call it a bin card. It follows the packing process through the cold storage, through the packing facility, and gets displayed on a box that's packed out of that bin. Thank you for watching this video on how we produce fruit and get it to the Harris Teeter shelf.